Hi Capricorn, welcome to your week ahead taroscope with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, my readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant signs. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Capricorn, this is for you. And I always advise that you watch all three to get a clearer, more complete picture of how they speak to you. With that said, if you are already a continued subby, you know I love you for it. And if you are new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and this resonates, hit that subscribe button. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity, and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So your key to the week this week is the Empress. I don't know if you can see that, if it's very clear, but this for me in a lot of ways suggests that this week for you is all about your own abundance. And I'm not just talking about your financial abundance, I'm talking about across the board. This is going to be a much easier week where you can enjoy the fruits of your labor. I think this is going to be a week where you really do take stock of all the wonderful things that have happened in your life up until this point. And it does suggest that you're only really just beginning, right? This isn't about you reaching a destination. It's about you taking a moment to it's about you taking a moment to survey what you've already achieved or accomplished up to this point, which I actually think is really nice. The other thing with the Empress card, she very often foretells an experience of, or even a feeling of beauty in some way, shape or form. Remember that Empress is Venus, right? So in some way, shape or form, Lady Luck is touching you this week. For your actions and options, you have the King of Swords, right? So this week, when it comes to the work, the profession, this really does in a lot of ways feel to me like you are getting ahead in some way, shape or form. You are taking a giant step forward. Now, a Libran male, a man who happens to be a Libra, could feature for you in some way, shape or form this week. It also suggests to me as well, like this week, it looks like there's paperwork or documentation that needs to be signed. If you are planning to launch into anything of a legal nature, now is really not the moment. And the reason I'm saying that is because Mercury is retrograde. You don't have the luck working with you at this moment in time. So bide your time, collect your information, do your research, do your recon, and then when the moment comes, you will be ready to strike, but not before. For your communications and conversations, you have the Lovers card, right? So for those of you that are in relationships and partnered, this is gorgeous. There is a sense of harmony returning to the relationship. There is a sense of rightness and fairness returning to the relationship. It could be as well that a Gemini person features for you in some way, shape or form this week as well. The thing that I will say to you though, remember the Lovers card isn't just about love and relationships, it's also about choice. So for those of you that are single, there may be more than one option on the table this week, right? So this is great. There's that abundant kind of feeling, right? Maybe it's an abundance of choices of partner. Maybe it's an abundance of choices of work. Maybe it's you get to make a decision about what you do rather than you just get handed what you do. For your come on brain, for those of you that work for somebody else, again, this could literally be, let's say, I'll give you an example. Let's say you hand your notice in, your current employer comes back with an offer that kind of feels like you can't really refuse. Let's say you get offered a job and you think to yourself, you know what, I'm going to take it. And they say to you, oh, actually, you know what, you were going to start at this level, but actually we want you to start at this level because the skill set that you have is great. In a lot of ways, this is really great because it suggests advancement that you don't have to work too hard for. You just have to make the right choice for yourself. And then when it comes to those of you that are retired or no longer working, the Lovers card is asking you to really pay attention to the things and the people that you're tied to, and how much joy and pleasure and fun and enjoyment they're bringing you, and whether that has anything to do with the material world. Sometimes the best fun that you can have has got shit all to do with money. Sometimes the most beautiful meal that you can have isn't the one that costs £200 and £300 or dollars. Sometimes it's literally the thing that you throw together in a saucepan and is made for you with love by somebody that you care about. your experience of what is the best, what is beautiful, what isn't beautiful, your experience of what you can have versus what you have is being called into question this week. For your money and materials, you have the Three of Cups. An old opportunity is coming back onto the table this week. Maybe this is an old revenue stream. Maybe it's an old idea that you had in some way. Maybe somebody asks you to pitch in with something. So this air sign male, and it does look like an air sign man is going to feature for you in some way, shape or form, which I find really funny because I have 2 Capricorn sisters, as you guys know. We've been having a lot of really interesting conversations lately. So I'm like, what have we been talking about that might be very lucrative for us both? So yeah, check in with your air signs. Somebody might have a really good idea for you. Another thing that comes up with the Three of Cups, this is you really starting to understand that you can make money from the things that you love to do, quite frankly. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, this is going to be your stomach and your chest. Look after these things, especially if your cardio is not up. This would be a really good week to start that kind of thing. This could definitely be a week where you might overindulge. So if you're a drinker or a smoker or an eater, all of the above, this week you could really overdo it and you will feel this. All right, so you just want to find a modicum of self-control, darling. And then when it comes to your home and environment, this could literally just be a really wonderful get together. Maybe you're bringing the family together, maybe you're bringing your people together, and it's just really, really enjoyed. This could be you reuniting with loved ones, reuniting with friends, reuniting with an old partner or an old fling, and it could just be really, really great. It could be really lovely. And then for your love and relations, you have the Magician card. So this is big stuff, right? This week, you could be interacting with somebody who, quite frankly, and you guys know me by now, I'm not really one of those sort of fluffy readers that's, like every week you're meeting a soulmate and a twin flame, and it's just not me. Everything's got its place, no judgment. But this week, you could be meeting somebody who literally makes your future with that person flash before your eyes. Do you know what I mean? Like, you could be having a really kind of like, wow, like, who is this person? So, and because they come up as the Magician card, there's a couple of things that you want to be aware of. We do have a Mercury retrograde, and this card is Mercury ruled. It literally represents Mercury. Plus, we've got the Gemini card here in the Lovers. And then we've got the air sign male card energy here, or person, let's say. One of the things that I would consider here, because we've got Mercury going retrograde at the moment, remember that can also be trickster energy, just like the Magician. In his not so conscious expression, the Magician card literally can represent a trickster, somebody that's all smoke and no, I don't know what the saying is, but all smoke and mirrors rather than substance. So you just want to be aware of that. But equally, this could be you meeting somebody who is very well settled, somebody that's really done very well for themselves, somebody that's maybe in a position of authority or power. You just want to make sure that they're on the same page as you, as what it is that you're looking for in the long-term relationship. For those of you that are partnered or in relationships or marriages, this is really nice because there's a sense here that you are taking the relationship to a higher level, right? It's survived its tests, it's survived its knocks and scrapes, and now it gets to go to what you perceive to be, your next or your upper level, which is great. All in all, I think this is a good week. And, to go back to what I was saying, it's the Magician card, which sometimes can have a spiritual energy to it. It's the Lovers card, and it's the Empress. This could really be somebody that really makes your heart sing. It may be somebody that you align with through work. It's very possible, but it could just as easily not be. But like I said, it could be that this person really ends up being something quite special to you at a later date. You just need to figure out, you know, are you for real or are you the trickster? With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.